Yo, what's up guys, it's FullySpaced and today I'll be showing you how to build a nice little stylish kind of starter base. It's going to have a nice little curved staircase in it, a lot of heavy detailing on the bottom of this base as well with some really cool designed walls. But you want to start off by building a 7x7 square and placing all your pillars up, and then obviously keeping the ones in the middle as well. You will actually be knocking a few of these pillars out later on, but they're just kind of there for your base kind of build. Next thing you want to do is build a half circle and then just build a smaller half circle on the inside. So if you can't follow it, just kind of pause it there and you can get the exact block detail. So you'll be like 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that will give you the exact curve. And then just copy the middle by filling in the area here. You don't want to fill in the blocks next to the actual pillars themselves. You want to fill in the inside. It will give you this nice little square because we're going to add a nice little wall detail. So filling in the inside is better than filling in the outside or next to the blocks, because you can't get that wall detail that you'll see later on. From here, you just want to build up the staircase just so you get a rough idea of where your staircase is going to come up to. I'm using slabs for this because slabs create a lot better kind of immersion, a very good way of kind of getting a sloped staircase going upwards. So always using slabs thing to do. Obviously on the inside there's not enough blocks to kind of get this nice curved, exactly right height staircase. You kind of have to go with a bit of a high to lower staircase, a few blocks missing, but that's absolutely fine. You can always play around with that. Obviously I've got one big block, then it kind of moves down quite a few more, but it will look fine as long as you keep the outside staircase at the same height and you kind of roughly play around with the inside part of it. Next thing you want to do is just come around on the inside here, add some slabs to the top of the outside so you can kind of start creating your wall pattern in a minute, which I'm doing now. So I'm going to add some slabs in diagonals like so. Just copy this for the whole way around. If you need to, just pause it on one of the bits and you can see exactly what's going on. Not too hard to follow there, and then just go around with some buttons and place them on the outside logs that are sticking outwards. The inside logs that are currently sticking out, we are going to be moving them. They're just there for placeholder reasons. And after this you want to get some fences and lanterns, head around the whole outside and kind of detail this bottom bit. This bottom bit is going to be heavily detailed, which will really create the build. So then you want to add some trapdoors to the bottom as well. On the corners add 2 trapdoors, obviously because they're going left and right, or they're curving around the corners, so you want to add all the trapdoors. Then move your pillars from the blocks that they're originally on, just onto the outside ones here, as you'll see. So they're sitting on the logs that are sticking outwards. You'll get this really weird shape kind of design up here, and then you just want to fill in your kind of area between the logs, but not all the way, because you want to add some glass in there for windows. For some reason that took me so long to process that. And then you just want to add in this nice little triangle roof. You want to flick it off in both directions. There will actually be a gap in the middle, but it kind of gets filled up when you add another stair in, as you'll see later on. So if we build up the triangle on each side, and then you'll get this nice little pointed roof on every single side. If you've seen my builds, you know I like using this design. It's just really nice and easy one to use. So as you can see as well, there also is a gap on the first block, but that will be covered up by a stair when we use it now. So if we watch now, look, there you go, you cover up the blocks that is missing, and then you just fill in all the way around until you get up to the middle one, which we're actually going to fill up with a slab later on, but we're just going to fill up all this kind of extra space first before we do the slabs, and then that will be the roof completely filled and done. And then you've basically kind of completed the build. You've got a lot of just detailing to do, and that is pretty much the thing that will make this build itself. Obviously when building a house, you always want to put a lot of detail into it to really create it and make it your own. So you want to fill in the inside space here, just build up your final log and just start filling in this middle section of the building, just really getting your entrance, your windows and everything in, so you can kind of live in it. If you just copy one side, you'll get exactly the same for the rest. So if you copy this side here, just fill in the bottom and the top here, leave one gap in the top for a window, fill in the rest of it, you get these 2 long lines, they're going to be glass windows as well, and you copy that all the way around except for the front door entrance, which is just over here. We're actually going to just leave that wide open for now, and I've got a 2 glazed window on the right hand side because the staircase comes up at such a weird angle. You can't have a normal kind of design there. So then I'm going to play around with some slabs and stairs. I'm going to give this nice little arch kind of doorway with a trapdoor as well. Later on I will change that to spruce, as it looks a lot better than using stone brick in this build. So if you want to change it to spruce now, or just keep it as stone, you can change it with me. Then I add these little wavy trapdoors in the ceiling as I usually do, because they're nice little placeholders for lanterns to kind of hang from. And you want to add these lanterns onto the corner of each stair, and then in the middle of those you want to have a fence hanging down, touching a berry bush and then touching a bit of grass, with some trapdoors around it to make these little hanging bushes. They look really nice and stylish, and then just add those to every single corner of this build here. So you have 4 of those, and then you add lanterns to each section next to it, and that will just really brighten up the outside area of your build. And then add the lanterns to the wavy trapdoors at the top as well, and that will really just kind of flourish and make everything a lot brighter, and so you wouldn't have too many dark places on your build. Next up, you would want to add these little hanging baskets, so you add grass on to 2 pieces under the windows, then add a spruce plank in the middle, add a button to it, and that will give you this nice little kind of connection to both of them, and because obviously you can't fit a trapdoor in the middle, so adding the spruce log with the button on it just kind of creates a way to have the 2 sort of hanging baskets kind of connect together without looking too clunky. And as you can see here, I'm changing it from a brick to stone, to spruce, even not stone, spruce slabs and spruce stairs, and obviously we've got the trapdoor at the top. Then we add the pot, bamboo and leaf trees in all the way up the staircase, just kind of creating a nice little foliage for the outside, making it look really nice and clean, making the staircase feel really welcoming. Then we add a nice little lantern down as well. Then from here we just want to go around the outside with some leaves, roses, bone meal, and completely fill up this build, and it will really just create a nice little outside for this, and then add a path as well. And then yeah, we'll head over to the first person. I'll show you what I'm doing there, and yeah, I'll see you in a second. Now we're into first person, I can quickly show you around the build. As you can see here, we got the build itself, we got a load of foliage outside just to kind of spice it up and make it look a lot more natural and kind of more in an actual open world instead of this super flat world. I generally have 2 worlds, super flat and build world. I generally build in 2 different worlds. Sometimes I just feel like building them super flat, and then other times I build them build because there's more terrain than things to play with. But for now I'm just using this in super flat. So if we go outside, we got so much detail on the bottom of this build. We got this whole little detailed wall buttons. He's got these hanging berry bushes, we've got lanterns, we've got these little hanging kind of flower baskets, we've got the pots with the bamboo and the staircase up. There's so much attention to detail. There's buttons, trapdoor diagonal across the top here, little wavy patterns, got these nice little entrance made of stairs, slabs and trapdoors, and then we just got a nice little gate as you come in. Then inside we've got a table in the middle. All our workstations are around the edge of this build, and you can wash your hands in here. And then you've got a whole lot of overhead storage, which I absolutely love doing. Got a few buttons on the inside just for a little detail. Nice little tucked away bed in the corner here, with this little banner hanging off the trapdoor to kind of just hide you from being when you're in bed. Then we've got the brewing stand obviously next to the cauldron, so you can put a brewing station, all the stuff above your head. Really nice and simple on the inside. You probably could, if you really wanted to, knock out the middle bit here, and you could actually probably extend it down to mine because that is hollow. If you followed the build exactly, you'll know that that middle bit is hollow, and you could probably add a bit more to it. On top there's not too much detail. I could actually add trapdoors in each section of this if I really wanted to, but I feel like there's so much detail on the bottom, I didn't want to go over too heavy and do it on the top too. So I've kind of kept it nice and simple. I've got these windows at the top where they're kind of just for an effect, not really actually usable windows, but they're just nice little things to add into the build, and they really create a nice little bit of detail. And once again, I just want to thank you guys for 600 subs. The support has been absolutely incredible. I cannot thank you guys enough. So don't forget to leave a like, comment and share this video if you want to see more from me. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Peace.